Hello, good afternoon, everyone. How are you? So here is almost 7 p.m. Pacific time. So I know some other places, maybe you're sleeping, maybe you're not. So if you're watching this live, please in the comments, hashtag live. And if you want me to share your comments on the screen, please um, send a authorization through StreamYard, which is going to ask you to, so I can share those. So, how are you today? Happy Valentine's. Happy Love Day. Happy couple days. I don't know what else can we say. So, but did you, my friend, know that 50% of marriages end up in divorce? What it means for you? Even if you were an statistic before, the only thing, let me put my phone in, playing so it doesn't bother. The only thing that means to you if you were a statistic before. Now it's time to find ways not to be a statistic. That's why I'm here. Statistic. I'm sorry, it's one of the hardest words. So, hello, please tell me your name if you want to, so I can say hello. And if you're just joining the show, in order for me to see the comments and to show your comments, which I would love to do, you will have to authorize StreamYard, which is the platform that I use to be with you tonight, so I can share your amazing comments. And there's going to be interaction, so please comment. So as I was telling you, 50% of marriages end up in divorce, which means that is statistic, which is really, really high. We need to change it. I'm on a mission to change that. I'm on a mission to ignite the whole planet with extraordinary, beautiful, amazing, fantastic, adventurous, free love. The only one that there is. But many times we need to put a word in front of the word love just because we've been taught so many weird things about love. We have so many beliefs around love. And as you know, and maybe you're experiencing that, Valentine's Day is a very, very, very amazing day for many of you. Actually, while I'm talking right now with you, there's so many restaurant places that are absolutely full. One of them, my hobby, is playing his music. Why? Because people would put everything they have into this day. They would say, okay, we're going to celebrate. I'm going to give my partner jewelry. I'm going to give my partner the best restaurant. I'm going to tell her how much I love her and love him and send flowers. But maybe the next day we're back and being cats and dogs at home. I'm not saying that happened to all couples, but I can tell you it happens to many. And also how many expectations we have for the this day, Valentine's Day. So I gotta tell you, and let me tell you that Valentine's is a very controversial day because of that. Because some of you also today are feeling miserable and lonely just because this day reminds you of the one that you missed, or maybe you lost on the way, maybe on your heartbroken and your solitude. But that's why I'm here for, my friend. Don't leave. Let's celebrate this day together because I'm here with you and you're here with me, and I'm not going any freaking where. Yes, I swear I'm holding on not to do because then I will get restricted or I will get in trouble. I know that right now all the platforms are getting really, really, really hard on this. So, yes, I want us to celebrate together that you are absolutely deeply loved by me. And you might say, how can you love me if you don't really know me? And I'm telling you, I love you. I don't have to know you. You're here in my space and your space, and I'm in your space right now. So we are sharing space. So this space is a space of love. So let me give you a hug. And I want you to feel this hug with so much love. Yeah, take your time and let yourself know and allow yourself to receive this love and say, yes, I am loved. I am deeply, deeply loved just because I am a human being, just because you are alive, just because you're part of this freaking awesome planet called Earth. So tonight we're going to talk about love and what love means and what love is not, and all the lies you've been told about love. And I know I talked about this before, but do you know how many lies? How many things you were told about love that are not true? How many beliefs? How many things that love is supposed to be? That's why we're all screwed up. That's why all this statistic about, divorce and not working marriages and even marriages are together just because they don't want to be alone. All this idea of scarcity in love when there's only abundance. There's only abundance in love. If you could know how much love we have around, how much love you have inside of you, you wouldn't be wasting time, your time, and feeling sad and lonely like the sun. My heart is sad and lonely, about love. You might not have your companion yet, but that doesn't mean there's no abundance in love. Love is everywhere. So today we're changing history together. Okay, let's do it. Okay, are you ready? Say yes if you're ready. Please let me see your comments. Even though if you're watching the replay, please, 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 please put your comments in. And let's talk about love and Valentine's. Happy Valentine's, my love. Happy Valentine's. So today we keep talking about love and all the beliefs that we've been told. So let me tell you, sometimes if your heart is broken, if you're just coming out of a bad, unhealthy, psyche relationship, and I tell you, hey, I'm gonna invite you to fall fully in love and commit. What are you going to do? If you can share in the comments, that would be awesome. And you know what would you do? Probably you would start running as fast as you can the other way. Why? Because you're probably thinking, no way, my heart is so broken. I'm not going to allow somebody else to do it again. And listen to what I said. I'm not going to allow somebody else to do it again. There's a big and huge responsibility in everything you do and everything that happens to you. And maybe you don't know yet, and it's okay if you don't know. But I'm going to tell you right now that everything that happens in your life is your creation. Your creation. You are a creator. Why am I telling you this and I'm making such an emphasis on this? Because if you believe what I'm saying, if you embrace this ability of you to create everything that happens in your life, no matter what circumstances, then you'll be the true owner of that life. And you will create that life as per your design. And that is what I want for you. That's what I'm telling you so many times, that you are the creator of your life. You got to believe that, because that's the only way you're going to create whatever you want to have in your life and your heart and soul truly desires. So let's talk about, so if I tell you about love and your heart is broken, you run away the other way. Why? I'm talking about love. I'm talking about the most precious thing in the world. I'm talking about the reason why we are here in this planet, because we all were born to love and be loved. That's it. That's all. That's all we gotta do. So, what is that Valentine's Day coming from? There's two stories. One is too long and I don't remember. It has something about one saint that is called Valentine's. And then there was something happen, and the king or the mayor of this place didn't want people to get married because he needed all those men to go to war. So he said, no more marriages. So this priest, so Valentine, kept marrying couples in secret. So, of course, the king sent him to death. So, and that happens on February the 14th. That's why on February the 14th, we celebrate this Saint Valentine for standing up for all love and saying, I'm going to marry these people that love each other anyhow, even though if my life is at risk. And another, theory is that we celebrate this day because that's the day that the birds here in the northern hemisphere, make babies. So, both of them are talking about love, spring, staying together. And in the case of Saint Valentine, we're talking about again, forbidding love somehow. And if you think about that, we we are the experts. We human beings are the experts on forbid love, all kind of love. We're all the time saying who you should love and you should not, who should you marry or not. Even when the marriage started, we would marry to somebody that our parents would choose because it was not about love in the beginning. It was about putting all these realms together. If you were the queen of A and he was the king of B, instead of going to war, they joined forces, putting you and this poor guy into a marriage that you didn't want, you didn't ask for, but there you were, getting married. And in that time, probably for the rest of your life or his life, which it wasn't that much because people died really at an early age during those times. So, okay. So today, as I told you, many people are really heartbroken thinking, oh my God, another Valentine's Day. I got to watch all these couples holding hands and loving each other and kissing. And me, I'm alone again. Another year that I'm alone again. I had this client that she broke my heart when she told me. She said, actually, she hired me on Valentine's and we started working on that because she said, every time it's Valentine's and I'm not alone, I watch these couples and I feel this craving for a companion, this craving for love. And if you think about it, it's a little bit weird that we think about this only on Valentine's, right? I think that we should never feel lonely. Well, should is a strong word, and I use it incorrectly. You could not feel lonely if you have yourself. So we got to start getting used to know our own value and how much to love ourselves. Because, as I told you before, you, my friend, you are the love of your life. Yep, you are the love of your life. No matter what, you are the one. So we're going to talk about all these beliefs that were sold to us that they only sabotage our way to an extraordinary love. And I want to talk specifically to women, because when we talk about relationships, women are the ones that can break the cycles. Women are the ones that can stop some things to happen to our next generation. So when I talk to my clients, which in the case that you don't know, I am a love coach. America's Love Queen is all about love. It's about putting the crown into the queen's head again. And my mission is to changing the way women all over the world see love and create extraordinary love. Many times we end up in nasty and unhealthy relationships just because our beliefs are wrong. Many times as women, we were told that it's okay. You got to take it no matter what. That's your husband. If he beats you up, he's your husband. You got to respect him. Many things, like the more he loves you, the more that he's going to mistreat you, because those are wrong mistakes, huge mistakes that we are told and we are taught in our lives. So there's so many sayings in Spanish. I'm going to try to translate them, but I wish that I would have my friend Judy here to help me translate. Maybe she would on the comments. Now, there's one that says that he's jealous of me because he loves me. If he's not jealous of me, then he doesn't love me as much. And let me tell you, jealousy is a nasty, toxic feeling. If you're jealous of your partner, it's just because of your insecurity. Or maybe it's just the way you dominate that relationship through jealousy. So when you are jealous, I'm going to invite you to look at yourself deeply and think about what makes you jealous. It's because you feel that you're not good enough. It's because you feel that he's going to find or she's going to find somebody that is better than you. It's because you don't want to lose the only one that loved you in your life. Whatever is coming from, maybe from your insecurities, your misbeliefs about yourself, maybe your abundance mentality, scarcity mentality. I'm sorry. I'm inviting you to shift and create abundance in your life. If the person you're with, you're not happy, absolutely happy, and you have everything you want, first, I'm going to invite you to ask for what you want, which that doesn't mean he's going to say yes. He doesn't have to. It's his decision. But then when you ask for what you want in that relationship and he answers, then you got to put everything in the scale, you think this is going to be something that is a yes, yes. This is, we don't argue about this. Then, this relationship is not going to work. For example, if I do not believe in open relationships and my boyfriend says, or my husband, hey, I want an open relationship at any time. I could change any time. And you say, no, honey, when we married, we said that close relationship, we were going to be exclusive. And he said, well, I changed my mind, or she, right? And you say, well, I don't agree with you. Let's talk about it. And you start, doing this talks about what's right, what's wrong, what you think. It doesn't matter. It's just making a decision. But at the end of this discussion, he decides that he wants a polyamorous relationship, or he wants to bring somebody else on the table. And you do not agree. What are you going to do? Are you going to take that just because you're married to that person? Or you're going to say, no, that goes against my values. I couldn't live with that. I wouldn't feel happy. I would feel all day bitter about it. I'm talking about me. I would feel miserable all day. Then it's a no. So even though I love you to the moon and back, I love myself more. So that's it. So knowing what's the non-negotiable things for you are so important. So going back to Valentine's and expectations, maybe for expectations, we have this, I want this to happen on Valentine's, and it does not happen. A month from now, before, a month previous today, you decided that you want to be engaged on Valentine's and it didn't happen. Don't worry. It's not because you don't deserve it or you're not going to find love. Maybe you still have some stuff to deal with inside. You still have to heal something inside. And I'm going to talk about a friend of mine. Her name is Linda, and I adore her. And why I'm taking her as an example, because she shared something on Facebook today. It was publicly, so I can share. I was so strong. She talked about her father. She talked about her father being an alcoholic and being really abusive to her mom and to them, and the way he talked and everything. But she decided 100 days ago that she was going to change the way that story is impacting your life today. So every single day she chose to see one scene of her life. When you see a scene and you take a picture and change and shift the meaning of that, the perception of that. Every single day she did that with her father. She made that choice. She was strong enough to make that choice. But it's not just about being strong. It's just being smart, because you don't want to be bitter all your life. So she actually changed today, the past. Not the past, actually, but yes, the way that the past impacts or can impact your life today. So now she knows that her father loves them. Maybe in a way that was not the best, but maybe the only way that he could. You never know how was his story. How were his parents? What was he taught by them? The way they react or the way they treat each other, because we repeat patterns. And talking about those patterns, I want to talk to you because in my field of work, I work with many women that has been rape, abuse, domestic abuse, eh, everything you can think about. And it's really painful to see how mothers could have changed those kids' lives, but they didn't. So if you're a mom, and I'm not judging you, and I don't want you to judge yourself, on the opposite, I want you to love yourself. Judgment is not good, it doesn't serve you at all. But I'm going to invite you, if you're a mom, and you're allowing, or maybe you allowed in your life some kind of violence, some kind of abuse. Maybe you allow your husband to beat you up in front of the kids in the past. Maybe you allow your partner to mistreat you, to talk you, to bully you. Stop. Do whatever it takes to get out of that cycle. You stop the cycle. Cut it. Break it. Because you can change your kids' life. Not just the girls, but the boys. Because if you're living in an abuse home, trust me, you're allowing to create an abused man and an abused women. I read something yesterday that was really painful for me that says we worry about our girls not to get, raped or molested or any kind of things, about the sexual trauma that they can have. But we don't realize that we might be raising a rapist or a pedophile or a molester or an abuser at home. And it's weird because usually we remove men from the equation, not just us. When we talk about an abused women, when we talk about Mary, and that I remember I saw that in a TED talk long ago. I can't remember the name of this guy, which it would be nice to have it, but I might share that on the comments if I find him. We say Mary was raped by John. And then we say Mary was raped. Mary is a raped woman or an abused woman. So we ended up taking John out of the equation. So women are the abused one. But how about the men that abuse them? And I'm not talking bad about men. I'm asking you to realize that we can't take men out of the equation, or we cannot take the abuser out of the equation, because the abused is a victim and the abuser is a pedophile, is a hunter. The abuser is a criminal and needs to be punished. Not the woman that has been raped or molested being called by the name of an abused woman. Because we think about an abused woman. A woman has a name, and the woman was abused by somebody. And that's why I think maybe all these trials, or when we bring an abuser or a rapist or a pedophile to justice, are so light on their convictions. I think there's gotta be something about where we are not talking anymore, where we put all the emphasis when we talk about abuse. So I want you to know, and I'm talking to you, my friend, my lady friend, that are living hell at home, that maybe are continuously feeling the oppression of this relationship. Maybe you're afraid to talk. Maybe when your partner comes home at night drunk or under the influence of drugs, you have to hide everything that cats, and maybe the kids will hide under the bed, not to see what's going to happen to their mommy. And I know that the cycle of domestic violence is not easy to break. I'm not saying it's easy. Please, please, please understand myself. I'm not judging you. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying that it is possible. You are possible. You are worth it. You deserve love. You deserve to be loved. No matter what you saw at home, maybe you saw violence, maybe you saw that your mom was beat up by your father. You don't have to do it again. If you saw a weird relationship at home, if you saw an unhealthy relationship at home, you don't have to repeat the same pattern. You can do it differently. This is your time. And if you are feeling that you cannot do it alone, that's right. You're absolutely right. You can't. Reach out for help. Ask me anything. You need my help, just send me a message. You can reach me everywhere. But in case you can't, this is my email, love@americaslovequeen.com. Send me an email and I will send you resources you might use. I will be your pal on this. I will be your pal on this. You're not alone and I'm not alone. I'm not the only one who's ready to serve you, right? So again, what is love for you? Because it's important to know and to learn how do you feel about love and what's your definition of love? Because it's not the definition we say, it's the definition we think and feel automatically when we think about relationships. That's in our subconscious. And it has to do with our previous relationship. It's the way that we think about love. And probably that comes from our upbringing. So again, I am sick and tired, and my heart is so broken. I'm not tired of my clients. On the opposite, I love my clients, but it makes me so sad when I see that this lady that is amazing, is beautiful, that has everything, that is powerful, high achieving, and knows how to be a leader. But when it comes to love and relationship with a partner, she's an abused woman, or she doesn't know how to stand up for herself, because that's what he learned at home. It's painful because I know, because I've been there, my friend. That doesn't mean I'm not judging you, because I was there. I was there before. And being a victim is a mentality that we learn easily since we are little kids. How about if you learn the mentality of being a victor of your life, being a winner chooser, be you the creator, the one who decides how your life is going to be. So please, if you are going through any of that, you do not deserve abuse. You do not deserve aggression. You do not deserve any kind of violence. No way. Maybe if your relationship with somebody that has this narcissistic ways of being, and he might convince you or she might convince you that it's your fault because you did that and you did those and you did whatever that, makes him snap. Don't buy that anymore. Just do your work to get out of that relationship. He's not going to change. And that brings me to the next misbelief that we have and the things that we tell ourselves. He's going to change for me. My love is going to change him. He never changed before with any other woman, but he's going to change with me. No, my friend. No, my love is not going to happen. So don't believe that you have this crazy ways of changing things, because that is not going to happen. Here, Ivana is telling me, we want to hear your story again. I shared that in Spanish before. Thank you, Ivana. And my story, it is very, very simple. It's I could say that it's many women's story. I remember going home in an afternoon, 7 p.m. It was just, almost sunset, but it was a summer day, so you could feel, the sun on your skin. It was a beautiful day, and suddenly I'm driving this car and I'm feeling, the wheel on my hand. And when you drive, and this, my windows were open, so there was some kind of breeze coming in, and I'm driving, and suddenly I feel so miserable, so lonely, so sad, so empty, so that I didn't see a way out of my misery. And I'm seeing a big truck coming on the other side of the road, and this road is a two-way road, no nothing in the middle. And and suddenly I feel, what if I just turn the wheel to the right, to the left, and I end up my life. That was the feeling that I had, because I felt that at that moment I didn't have any other way out. I was in love and I had 4 kids, and how am I going to get out of a marriage? So that night I'm home, I'm trying to sleep, and I know my 4 kids are in the house, and I'm listening to people breathing and the noise from the outside and the wind, and even my dog was next to me. And I remember I started thinking about what would happen to each one of them if I die. You know, what would my oldest son said, or what, and I was going through that sad feeling and thoughts. And I said, no, how could I think that? I have 4 amazing kids, 4 beautiful kids, and I have myself. And I remember that day, I realized that there's gotta be light at the end of the tunnel. I gotta do whatever it takes, and that's when my journey to self grow and self development started, because I started just studying with many coaches and counselors and mentors, and I studied with masters, like, breathing techniques and enneagram and anything that I could possibly think of. I say yes to everything. And I took each of those lessons and I started applying in my life. And of course, I got divorced. There was no way back. We tried, we did some stuff, we couldn't, it was a no way back, because we were in completely different spaces. And it was a nasty divorce. But I finally got divorced. But I was working so much on myself that after 2 years, oh, and let me tell you why all that happens. And that's and the place where I'm not very good at sharing my story. I go every place. So that night when I was thinking, I realized that everything happened because when I was 7 years old, I was abused. But as I wasn't raped, I was abused. I remember my mother telling me, well, it's not that bad, nothing major happened. So we're going to forget about it. We're not going to talk to your dad about it because he's going to kill this guy. And that's the end of the story. And the reality is that that day I lost my mom, I lost my body, and I lost my sense of being worthy, my sense of I'm valuable, my sense of I have a voice, my sense of being clean. I felt dirty. I feel disgusting from my head, from my neck down. So that was the beginning, and every major decision that I took after that, it was about my abuse. So that's why I chose the husband I chose. It wasn't his fault. I chose him on purpose, subconsciously. I had no idea what I was doing. Then later I understood. So, everything I did, I'm responsible of, because that was my subconscious telling me, you're not worth it. You're dirty. You're yuck. How are you gonna want to share your life and give your best self if you don't feel that there's nothing best in there? So that's why I was in there. I was feeling so lonely and so unloved for many years of my life, until I started getting to love myself. That's when my love came back to me. And that's when I was in the peak of that. I remember one day I go dancing with my friends to a place, and there he was playing saxophone on stage. And I remember looking at him and saying, "Oh my God, he's so sexy." So I jumped on the stage and started singing. And then he asked me for the phone, and everything else is history. Of course, he's almost 5 years younger than me, no kids. I have 4 kids at that moment. So at the beginning, we say, this is not going to happen. No way. But love is love. And we really had this chemistry since the moment we saw each other. And that created that incredible, incredible thing that couldn't keep us apart. And everything happened. I know that now I feel that the love that I have goes beyond the wildest dreams that I could ever had before, because we have this relationship whole day. So we don't need to be jealous of each other. We are free from each other. Our relationship is freedom. Our love is freedom. Your love needs to make you free. It's a lie when they tell you, even the songs and Disney screwed up. I many times say that because, if the guy leaves, that doesn't mean he's taking anything from you. He leaves, but he's leaving you everything you felt. That's yours to keep. That's your ability to feel. So do not believe that for a second that anybody can take anything from you. Don't give that away. You can do that for yourself. You're the owner of your life. If you love somebody a lot, that's yours. That's your love forever and ever and ever. So that belief that I built when I was a little girl, that was with me for many, many times, until the day I decided to start working on myself. And that is what I'm inviting you to do. Find help, find support, find something outside of you. It's very hard to do this road alone. It's very hard for you to see your shadows, your subconscious. So that's what I did. And that's what made me attract that amazing love that I'm living today, and I've been living for the last 17 days. So another one that it's another belief that is really common is saying, I don't like fighting, but I love the makeup sex. And even that is unhealthy when we say I need to have a fight to have a full of passion sex. Let me tell you, you can build this romance since the morning, since breakfast. Since he's doing the breakfast and you are with him, or vice versa, and you go and you hug him from behind and you hold him tight, and then maybe when you kiss him or kiss her when it's leaving, you just give love your that kiss that ignite all his or her senses. And then you, even with a message, there's so many ways that stay connected during the day. It doesn't have to be in the moment that you go to bed, you turn on the lights, and that's supposed to turn you on. No. It can, of course. It can. But you gotta build that relationship. Valentine's is every single day. I'm here with you. I'm not celebrating with my husband because we celebrate Valentine's every day. Valentine's is every day. Not the day that, I don't know, this person dies, or that's the day that birds starts mating in the northern hemisphere. You decide if you want to. Imagine having every single day Valentine's Day. And I'm not talking about the gift, I'm talking about the romance. I'm talking about the connection. Imagine having that connection 24/7, 365 days a year. Bam, drop the mic. Is that what you want? Wouldn't you love to have that? Well, work on your beliefs, my friend. Go and claim what's yours, your birthright. Being happy, being in love. That's all you're here to do. So please share with me if you have any beliefs about love. What were you told at home, I remember the thing about if he is not jealous, he doesn't love you, you gotta fight, because in a good relationship there's always fights, and fighting is a decision as much as happiness. If you don't want to fight, there's no fighting. And let me tell you again, and I think I shared that in another videos, and only in war and in games there's a winner and there's a loser, and other relationships, either two winners or two losers. How is that going to be in your relationships? And another thing that is really hard is that if somebody is is violent with you, it's because he loves you more. We have that belief. We're not animals, you know. Some animals have that stuff, not us. Violence is never good. Violence should be never be allowed. And if it's happening in your life right now, please, please stop the violence. Do it for you first. And then do it for your future generations. Once you change that, trust me, all your generations to come are going to change that. So please stay in touch. Have a very, very happy Valentine's Day. I hope you're having a blast. I am. And remember that you're absolutely loved and adored. And also on the comments, I'm going to share with you the ultimate guide for dating during COVID. Oh, there's no G on the dating. Please forgive me. And I'm going to share that link on the comments. So if you want to download it, it's free, absolutely free. You can download the guide that is going to give you some tips on how to date, online date during COVID time. Don't wait. Love doesn't wait. Your life is every single day. Don't waste another minute being without love, because love is worth it. And remember to share. No, I put it in Spanish. Please share this video, because there's so many women outside that need to hear that information, that are going through so much violence and have no idea how to get out of that. And again, if you're going through violence, if you're going to any kind of abuse, it's not okay. It's not okay. You do not deserve, no matter what you do, it is not right. You do not deserve any kind of violence. Ask for help, reach out, send me a message, love@americaslovequeen.com. I will answer each one of them, and I will give you resources, and I will be there for you. Share this. You never know which lives are you saving today. And again, in the comments, what is love for you? What are the beliefs if you're watching the replay? And happy Valentine's, my love. Remember that you are absolutely loved and adored. And I love you. I adore you. And love is your birthright now and always. Have an amazing day, and I will see you soon. Bye. All the questions, please, on the comments. Share this. Oh, please follow this new channel. I'm also in the Queen Show. Subscribe in the Queen Show, and share my Facebook group also. And please, 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 please stay connected. Look for me in all the social media at America's Love Queen. And I'll see you soon. Love you. Bye.